What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm putting the camera in the frame to give you that behind the scenes type of look. Looks good. Anyways, I woke up today looking at myself and was thinking, damn, I look fantastic. I'm shredded, I'm looking good, and I'm actually approaching the end of my cut. So I got about maybe 1 or 2 weeks left to go, and I figured now would be the perfect time to be showing everybody exactly what I did, my diet, everything, so that you guys don't have to wait till the New Year's. You can literally start now and just get shredded, get lean, start looking good, feeling good, getting attention from everybody, because that's what we want. That's why we want to lose weight, right? So I'm gonna show you exactly what I did, and it's gonna be a lot easier than you think, so stay tuned. Now, normally I'd be doing a sit down video like my other ones where I'm just talking to the camera, but I found those to be kind of boring. And you know, as an aspiring YouTuber, you gotta do everything yourself, including learning how to film and shit like that. So I'm gonna experiment with like this vlog style where I'm taking you with me to get ready for the morning and get ready to go out. And also comment how much you guys think I weigh based off of how I looked in the mirror earlier, because lately I've been getting asked if I'm around 160, 165. And the craziest part is when I was at my fattest back in the videos I've been posting lately, that was how much I weighed. I was 160 at my fattest, and people think I'm 160 now. So one of the perks of getting lean is that you look a lot bigger and people think you're more muscular than you really are. I was debating on if I should put a filter on my skin or not, because this is a vlog, so I want it to be real, but yeah, no. I do use a filter on my skin in like shorts and some of my long videos, just because it's social media, so you gotta be more presentable, but this is how it looks right now. Not too bad. So yeah, no filter today. Fuck it. Let's be honest, being fat sucks. Obviously, there's controversy behind that statement. I ain't trying to go on a rant or anything here, but point is, when I was heavier, I was like 25, 30 pounds heavier. And not only did I look bad, but my acne was terrible, my body looked bad. And honestly, it was like a mental thing, because I know that looking in the mirror, this is just not the version that I want to be. So it's something that eats you up mentally. And I was just depressed as fuck when I was heavier, when I was fatter. That's why I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to lose almost 30 pounds and get shredded and pretty much look lean, aesthetic. And what I think is most important is improving my mental health. I hate talking about that because it is a little cringy, but that is the truth, man. When you lose a lot of weight and you look significantly better, your mental health, your mindset, your confidence, all that shit increases by so much. This is all gonna be free. People charge for this, man. People sell programs or what I'm gonna give you throughout this video, so you better subscribe. All right, so first things first, this diet and what I did is something that works for me. I think that this diet is on a medium difficulty, because some days it's really hard, but some days it's really good and it's really easy and it feels rewarding. The reason why is because I like to have balance with everything. So when it comes to dieting, obviously there's gonna be certain foods you can't eat. So I make sure that every week I have time where I can have cheat meals, have cheat days, and just splurge. But because I splurge and I cheated on my diet, I pretty much have to punish myself for doing something that I shouldn't have done. So the punishment is I usually just don't eat for the whole day, have to go train harder or something. But the premise of my diet is just having balance, having self-discipline to punish yourself when you need to be punished for cheating on your diet. And that worked for me, because at the end of the week, even if I did have a cheat day or whatever, and I incorporated the punishment of training harder or just not eating a lot of food the next day, at the end of the week, I was still on track and I was still losing weight. Even if you do cheat on your diet and you have, like, let's say a really bad cheat day, you can still save yourself by pretty much being on track the next few days. So that's why I think whenever people say you can't eat certain things when you're on a diet, you can't eat the stuff that you like, I think it's bullshit. I think that you can. It's just that it's going to be more difficult on certain days. Had to grab a hoodie real quick. Got cold. But anyways, simple breakdown of fat loss. You eat a certain amount of calories to maintain your weight, which is your maintenance calories, and then you eat a deficit of calories to lose weight. That means you eat less. For me, my maintenance is around 23 to 2500. That means I have to eat 1800 to like, what the fuck? So that means for me, I have to eat about 1800 to 2000 calories a day to be in a deficit and lose fat. Now, I have a really bad habit of eating food. I'm just a foodie, so that's why I love to eat. And that's how I got fat in the first place. But point is, for me, I figured the best way to prevent overeating and eating junk food and everything is to just eliminate any triggers throughout my day that would get me to break my diet. It sounds like a rehab video, but honestly, I treated my diet in that way because if your vice is food, which is for me, then any type of trigger that you experience is just gonna get you to snap and you're gonna lose control. So for me, the best way is to just not experience any triggers at all, and that means not eating so much throughout the day. I like to just fast throughout the day, and I honestly feel fine. I prefer to be on like an empty stomach or have very little food because I feel more efficient. I like to move around. I like to do things throughout the day. And whenever I have a lot of food inside my system, especially carbs, I feel slow. I feel like I can't operate as efficiently. And not only that, but when you fast throughout the day and you eat very little, at the end of the day, you have a bunch of calories remaining. So let's say I only eat like a couple hundred calories for lunch. Then at the end of the day, I have over 1,000 calories, maybe even 2,000 to consume on whatever it is that I want to eat. And another benefit of saving most of your calories till the end of the day is that when you, at least for me, whenever I eat a bunch of calories in one sitting, I'll actually get fuller quicker. Because imagine stuffing a bunch of food into your system all in one sitting after your stomach hasn't really expanded from eating throughout the entire day. It's gonna be much easier to fill yourself up with food than it is compared to if you're eating several meals throughout the day and then your stomach's kind of used to that larger and expanded version. I'm not a biologist, that's just my theory right there. But basically my schedule is wake up, I fast until lunchtime, which is like 4 to 6 hours. And in between that fast, I'm gonna have a coffee, right? With a little bit of cream. There's not a lot of calories in there, so it's not really gonna trigger any type of food cravings or whatever. But after lunch, I will fast for another 4 to 6 hours, maybe even 8 hours until dinner time. And then for dinner time, bro, I just go ham. Like I literally eat 1,000, 1,500, maybe even 1,800 calories per meal. And after that, I honestly just get sleepy and then I get ready for bed. So throughout the entire day, I don't eat. I eat a lot of food at night. And even if I wanted to break my diet, I can't because I'm so full and I'm so sleepy. Speaking of food, I'm actually gonna make some lunch right now. So this is what my typical lunch looks like. All right, so lunch today, I'm gonna have 3 eggs, a can of salmon, and then this regular sized banana. I've been eating this shit for like almost every day for lunch for 6, 7 weeks straight, and yeah. But remember, everything you're doing is temporary. You're doing this because you have to get to the better, bigger goal. You just gotta stay strong, honestly. This lunch is like pretty much the fundamentals of my diet. Very low in calories, like 500 calories max. So then at the end of the day, like I said, I get a bunch of calories left over for dinner. It doesn't always have to be like this. I usually eat some type of protein and then 1 fruit. So a banana, that's like 100 something calories, or an apple, 100 something calories. Have any type of fruit and then pair that with protein. Eggs and salmon are for today, but I switch that out usually with some beef, steak, whatever it may be. Got the food, pair it with some kombucha and some sriracha. To be honest, I don't even like track my protein that much. I think because right now the priority is just lose fat. So I don't even want to waste calories on eating more protein than I need to. I just eat the bare minimum, which is like 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. Sometimes I'll just eat half a gram of protein per pound of body weight. And one reason why I like to just eat protein for lunch is because I just want to get the protein out of the way as soon as I can. So all the calories I have left at nighttime, I can save it for what I want to eat. So pretty much carbs and fats. So for dinner, I'll literally eat just enough protein to meet my needs so that I won't lose muscle and maybe I can build more. My favorite protein source is going to be sirloin steak. Low in calories, high in protein, and it's not too lean and it's not fat. Just in the middle where if you cook it right, it's going to be juicy and it's going to taste good. And then literally everything else I eat for dinner after I finish my protein is pretty much rice, vegetables, and whatever I feel like. I do make sure I eat a lot of vegetables though, because obviously it's good for you. But when you eat a lot of vegetables, it helps make the entire meal more full. So if you just eat, let's say, a big bowl of rice, no vegetables, you're still gonna be a little bit hungry after that. But if you eat, let's say, half a bowl of rice and then a shit ton of vegetables on top of that, it's gonna feel like you ate a lot more than you did. Now, in terms of cheat days, I think that it's necessary, but of course you can't just go completely crazy. The thing is with cheat days, you eat it so that you can have a mental reset and a physical one too. Because if you're eating shit that you don't want to eat, you're gonna feel bad and you're pretty much torturing your brain. So for me, having a cheat day helps me reset everything and I can just go hard on my diet the day after and be on track in the long run. Don't think that one day is gonna ruin everything, because as long as you are consistent over the long run, you're still gonna make things work. Because I have cheat days almost every single week. I've been doing this for like 6-7 weeks and I'm still on track. And for me, when I have a cheat day, I make sure that it's earned. I don't wanna just do it because I'm weak and I decide to give up and break in. The whole point is to eat foods that you can't eat while cutting. I wanna make it so that it's possible to stay on track with my cut. So that's why when I do have cheat meals, I'll make sure that I fast for the entire day. I'll still have my coffee and water, but that's it. But I don't eat any food for the entire day. So at the end of the day, when I do have my cheat meal, and I probably will go over on my calories, I know that I've done everything I can to earn this meal and I pretty much suffered the whole day. So this shit is deserved. So even if I do go over my calories for the day, which I pretty much always do, it's not gonna feel as bad because I'm not gonna be depressed over the fact that I'm weak, you know, I broke my diet. I'm gonna be be fine because I know that I did this on purpose. You know, I suffered first and then I got to get the reward of the cheat meal. But don't get me wrong, there are days where I do break and I kind of just go over my calories for the day at dinner, even at lunch. Sometimes I'll have a big lunch and a big dinner, so I'll just eat a shit ton. Everybody breaks, right? It happens. So what I do is same thing. I have a punishment or some type of consequence the day after where I'll fast for the whole day, or I'll double up on my training. I'll lift weights in the morning, hit MMA in the evening, but I'll do extra classes of MMA. So that way I can at least burn off as much calories as I can. So the shit that I ate the day before isn't gonna affect me too much. Now, obviously after doing all this, after you've already broken and you cheat on your diet, it doesn't correct the damage that's already been done. But at least you can build some mental strength, some discipline, and pretty much get your mind in order. Because if you just don't do anything to punish yourself after you've broken your diet, then you're gonna feel even worse. And you're just gonna go into this mental spiral of why did I do that? You know, I should have done that and all that. I've been through all this, so I already know how it feels, man. I'm literally giving you the secrets to staying on track and having good food while dieting. So tips. What tips do I recommend for you to actually lose fat, stay on track, all that? Even if you know the best diet hack or the best food options, it doesn't matter what you do or what you eat. You're eating less, you're in a deficit. So your body's gonna respond the way that it normally does, which is be more hungry, be more tired, and all of that. So I don't even have a dieting hack because you're gonna be hungry no matter what at some point. So there's no point of trying to cheat the system. I find it better to just accept the fact I'm hungry, deal with it, and tell myself, like, what's the big deal? I'm losing fat because I want to get to this body fat percentage. I know I'm going to get hungry throughout the process, so why am I tripping? Why am I complaining? I actually think that it's going to piss you off even more if you're implementing all these diet hacks. Like you see on Instagram, YouTube, diet-friendly foods, certain desserts that have more protein and it's less calories, and I'm just like, dude, I don't give a shit, man. I'm not trying to eat like a Walmart version of cake or cookies. I want to eat the real thing. So it's actually going to piss me off more if I were to eat all these diet foods to try and get the experience of it rather than just not eating it. Now you can do that if you want, but for me, I just like to deal with it. I feel more mentally peaceful when I'm just embracing the fact that I'm hungry and this is gonna suck for a little bit, but it's okay. But there is a big difference between feeling hungry and feeling like you're starving. At no point should you ever feel like you're starving, because that means you just cut down your calorie intake by way too much and your body is going in survival mode. You just feel hungry, that's it. So don't just cut down on your calories significantly, just cut it down by a little bit, like 500 calories. So just a little recap, what I like to do is eat at a 500 calorie deficit. I'll wake up in the morning, fast for a few hours until lunchtime. I'll have a coffee in between that fast. And then for lunch, a little bit of fruit and then all protein. And I'll fast for another few hours till dinner time. And in dinner, I'll eat whatever I want. I'll just hit my protein intake for the day. And then I get to splurge on any type of food I want while still being in my calorie range. And I love to implement cheat meals. The way I do it is for every cheat meal I have or every cheat day I have, there always has to be some type of punishment or consequence that comes with it. Now, ideally, you want to have that punishment come first so that the cheat meal is earned. You can do it the other way around, but the risk is that if you implement the punishment after you've already done the damage, you might fall into the trap of thinking it's okay. You can just do the punishment on another day, you know, because the damage is done, right? Might as well just cheat again today so I could not eat the next day. Like there are a lot of times where I wasn't able to enforce this policy because honestly, it's just my fault, right? Discipline and all that. But I think the best way to stay motivated throughout this while implementing cheat meals is to just have that consequence happen first. So yeah, this is the diet that has worked for me. And obviously you've seen the progress, the results are there. And surprisingly, it's not that difficult, man. Fasting throughout the day, like the first couple of days, man, it sucks, yeah, whatever. But after you get used to it, it feels fine. All you gotta do is just stay busy, be productive, and you're not even gonna worry about being hungry. You actually don't even feel it. Use this diet at your own risk. Just remember that this is what I do. It's not something that I encourage other people to do. It works for me. It might not work for you, but hey, try it out.